Hey, I just had my launch party last week and it was not so hot. I don't have any bookings on my calendar and I don't know what to do. Can you please help me?
I'm so sorry that your kickoff didn't go the way you would have liked, but not all hope is lost. The next step after your kickoff party is to personally message everyone who came to your party and ask them if they want to host a party with you because you could offer them double free books for only a limited time. Not everyone can do that. You want your friends and family to take full advantage of that while they can and get as many free books as they can. The next step is to invite everyone who didn't come, who said they wanted an invite, but they didn't come to the party. After that, you want to invite anyone who didn't even get an invitation to your party. Maybe you sent them a message to invite them to your kickoff party. They never responded, so you didn't invite them. And after that, then you want to send a message to anyone who you never even sent an invite to for your kickoff party. I know when I had my kickoff party, there were a few people that I was scared to ask if they wanted an invite, but I got up the courage because I really wanted those 8 bookings in my first few months so that I could promote Express Success. I reached out to them and asked them, you know what, like half of the ones I was scared to invite wanted to host a party, and they did, and it was awesome. I hate being stuck in a rut. But you know what? I've been doing this for over 2 years, and it still happens to me every once in a while. But I know how to get out of it. First way that I like to do that is to go back and ask people who have said they might be interested in hosting a party but haven't ever committed to actually hosting a party. Go back and reach out to them again and give them your next 3 available dates for parties and ask them if one of those works for them. Then, outside of parties, let's say you've asked everyone you know if they want to host a party recently, you've asked them very recently, and you haven't gotten a response, or they've all said no, not at this time, or whatnot. What I like to do next is to think of who I know, who maybe might not even be on Facebook. I know I personally reach out to mostly women about parties, not necessarily men, but think of the men that you know, your husband, your dad, your brother, your uncle. Think about where they work. What do they do? I have an uncle that's a lawyer, so I might reach out to him and ask him, tell him about our corporate book fair program. Tell him you can bring in some books for them to look at and purchase, and then they get to pick a charity of their choice to donate 50% of the sales to. And they would love to do that. And then you can tell them in those books that get donated, you'll put a sticker that says this book was donated by their law firm. You can do that with financial companies, accounting firms, any type of like office building where there's a bunch of people that work there. Those are great places to do corporate book fairs. Preschools. Do you know a preschool teacher? Does your child go to preschool that you could talk to his teacher about a preschool book fair? Does your sister teach at one? Does your mom work at one? Do you have a friend that has a friend that works at a preschool, or do you take your child to daycare? Preschool and daycare book fairs are great. As long as they are not connected to a kindergarten, you can go ahead and contact them about doing a book fair. And again, you'll bring in the books, you'll set them up, and then they get 50% of the proceeds, 50% of the sales in free books for themselves to keep in their preschool or their daycare. So that's a great option as well. And lastly, when I'm trying to get more bookings on my calendar, I like to find a booth opportunity. So I go to Facebook and I will search like vendor groups in my area, or look for county fairs, or Nature Day at the Nature Center, or whatever events going on in your community that might have vendors at them, and find out if you can do a booth there. Ask if an Usborne consultant has done that event in the past, and if they have, then you need to let that person have that booth until 30 days within the event. If it's within 30 days of the event, then you can go ahead and sign up for it if no one else has. If they haven't had an Usborne consultant in the past, then you can go ahead and sign up for it and have a booth there. And the goal at booths is not sales. Like, sales are nice and people will come and they'll want to buy the books, and that's great, sell them the books. But the goal of a booth is to get bookings, okay? So that's the focus of a booth. So that's another great way to get yourself out of a rut. Yay! We're so happy you've decided to come back and share these amazing books with your friends and family. The best way to get going again is to just have a read kickoff party, just like you did when you started. You can show them all of our brand new amazing titles that we just got. You can do it mystery hostess style, so you can give away all of those free rewards to one person at your party, which is a great incentive to have your friends and family come.